Therefore Sarai, the wife of Abram, had not engendered free children, but she had a servantess of Egypt, Hagar by name. And Sarai said to her husband, Lo, the Lord hath closed me, that I should not bear child. Enter thou to my servantess, if in hap I shall make children, namely of her. And when he assented to her praying, she took Hagar the Egyptian, her servantess, after 10 years, after they began to inhabit the land of Canaan, and she gave Hagar as wife to her husband. And Abram entered to Hagar, and Hagar saw that she had conceived, and she despised her lady. And Sarai said to Abram, Thou doest wickedly against me. I gave my servantess into thy bosom, which seeth that she conceived, and despiseth me. The Lord deem betwixt me and thee. And Abram answered and said to her, Lo, thy servantess is in thine hand. Use thou her as thee liketh. Therefore for Sarai tormented her, she fled away. And when the angel of the Lord had found her beside a well of water in wilderness, which well is in the way of Shur in desert, he said to her, From whence comest thou, Hagar, the servantess of Sarai? And whither goest thou? Which answered, I flee from the face of Sarai, my lady. And the angel of the Lord said to her, Turn thou again to thy lady, and be thou meek under her hands. And again he said, I, multiplying, shall multiply thy seed, and it shall not be numbered for multitude. And afterward he said, Lo, thou hast conceived, and thou shalt bear a son, and thou shalt call his name Ishmael, for the Lord hath heard thy torment. This shall be a wild man, his hand shall be against all men, and the hands of all men shall be against him, and he shall set his tabernacles even against all his brethren. Forsooth, Hagar called the name of the Lord that spake to her, Thou God that sawest me. For she said, Forsooth, here I saw the hinder things of him that saw me. Therefore she called that well, the well of him that liveth and seeth. The well is betwixt Kadesh and Bered. And Hagar childed a son to Abram, which called his name Ishmael. Abram was 80 years and 6 when Hagar childed Ishmael to him.